Shalom, shalom. With the real Hebrew Israelites coming in week in, week out, prophesy the downfall of this current kingdom. Want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, V'kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Cream Millstone that wrote well. And to the brothers that's preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity and risking their lives to do so. This is the brother Kanasla from GMS Chicago. Basically coming with you with the JAR, which means just a reminder, and going back to the basics. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 3. This is one of the many scriptures to prove who we are, the so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, all right? We are the real Hebrew Israelites because you still got these wacky Christianism people, with the Christianism, that's what we call it, of today. Joel 3:3 says, "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink," which is true. All right. Remember, this is written thousands of years ago, and this also came to pass during slavery, slave Atlantic trade, the whole nine. All right. When it comes to a boy, they done a thing with grown men, also called buck breaking. You can look that up. Which all these Edomites got another thing coming to them, man. Slavery, and then get destroyed. Thus saith the Lord, you know what I'm saying? He said it. All right. And you reap what you sow. And they haven't got paid back what they done to us. So verse 4, it said, "Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all of the coast of Palestine? All right. So what are you, Africans or Arabs? What y'all have to do with us? What you have to do with Yahweh Shem? Nothing. Will you render me a recompense? So will you pay back? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head." There's no amount of money or anything you can do to, have it where the Lord be like, "Oh, okay, I'll forgive you." No, we passed that. We've been past that. That's it. You got me? So, it says, verse 5, "Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem," that's northern and southern kingdom, "have ye sold unto the Grecians." Now you could do some research on the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Latinos. They went into slavery too. Ooh, excuse me. Just like the Negroes, us. All right. It says, "Have you sold unto the Grecians," right, "that ye might remove them far from their border." And weren't we removed far from our border? Yes. It was a time where nobody was here in the Western Hemisphere. All right. "Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head." All right. So we got scattered throughout the four corners. They sold us to the four corners. So they're going to get paid back for all that. All right. So it said, "And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for Yahweh has spoken it." All right. That's going to happen. All right. Hit this real quick. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So the sword represents just any type of weapon. They haven't paid for that yet. They haven't gone to captivity for that yet. All right. And then ultimately, of course, we messed up. Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee. Discontinue means to stop. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. You got it? Burn forever, man. Meaning it's going to be for a long period of time. All right? So, aren't we serving enemies in a land that we didn't know? Yeah. And show you that we messed up. 28:15. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh, thy power to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And we're under these curses still, man. All right? And if you skip down to let's start at 48. All right. Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. We gotta go to them for the clothes. We gotta go to them for everything. And if you don't believe it, we have to use their money, their currency. All right? We don't have our own currency. All right? It says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And that's what happened. If you look at if you Google yoke of iron, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna see our people, man. Period. You can't dodge this, man. You know, and this was written thousands of years ago. Verse 49, that was a prophecy that came to pass. Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. What is the mascot of America? The eagle. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. We didn't understand them. They beat us to speak English, right? A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor show favor to the young, right? And that's what happened, all right? We skip down to verse 68. It says, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And when have we went back to Egypt? We didn't go back to Egypt until we came here, which is spiritual Egypt, all right? Sodom and Egypt. That's in Revelations. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen slay men, and bondwoman slay woman, and no man shall buy you. Meaning nobody is going to redeem you out of the situation. The only one who's going to get you out is Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Point blank, period. All right? And that Egypt, to let you know, that's Deuteronomy 5:6. It says, I am Yahweh thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. So that's what it means. Egypt means house of bondage. Period. All right? Yeah, man, we messed up. So we have to go through this. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. And that's what happened at first, you know. And of course, hopefully we part of the elect. We're hoping that we're part of the elect. Then, you know what I'm saying, he woke us back to being, you know, to who we are and being in this truth. But the 2/3 of our people are going to stay asleep in a deep slumber. All right? So, hey, it said, my sheep will hear my voice. The sheep will hear these words and understand. So with that, I hope this is edifying. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Rakakadash, the honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone that rule well, and to the brothers that's preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity, and risking their lives to do so. To y'all say shalom and a papa.